Good afternoon. We're here with Rick Ducey, the Chief Strategy Officer of BIA Kelsey and the Program Director for Digital Strategies for Broadcasting, a new advisory service currently being launched by BIA Kelsey. Rick, good to see you. I haven't seen you in so long.
Steve, it's good to be with you as always.
So, Rick, why DSB and why now?
Well, the thing about digital strategies with broadcasters, what we're seeing at BIA Kelsey, looking out in our latest ad forecast to 2014, we're going to stumble. Between 2008 and 2009, ad revenue dropped a lot in media companies generally, and then specifically for broadcasters, we saw a big drop off. Well, that's going to start to pick up over the next couple of years, but it won't even climb back to where we were in 2008 by 2014. So the good news is there's going to be some recovery off of the highs we saw in 2008. The challenge is if you want to go faster than that relatively slow comeback rate, you're going to have to get into different parts of the ad spend in local media. So we at BIA Kelsey track about a dozen different local media ad spend platforms, and what we're seeing for broadcasters is two things. There's more ad spend moving into digital platforms, which basically means internet inventory and mobile inventory, but also on the buy side, there's a trend where advertisers and agencies are looking for integrated solutions. So as a broadcaster, if you're trying to generate more ad revenue, more growth for your companies, and you just keep selling broadcast packages, maybe with a little bit of digital add-in, that's just not going to be compelling going forward. You really need to have a fully integrated ad campaign offer across media platforms. And the best way to do that is to be those platforms or to partner with companies that do those platforms really well.
So, Rick, if I'm contemplating learning a little bit about DSB and understanding about the broadcast ecosystem and how all that changes, as a client for DSB, what can I expect to get from you?
Well, there's a couple different things. The way we're organized, we have program directors for our different advisory services. So I'm very happy to be the program director of the digital strategies for broadcasting advisory service. And as with all of our advisory services, there's a few components to that. You get, as a client, some proprietary research. We produce a number of deliverables each month, short form client inquiry briefs or longer form advisories. We know that people are busy, so we try to keep these things very executive level. But we do have some compelling data and analyses in those deliverables and reports. And we have blog posts that you can check to keep things on a timely basis, on a daily basis. You get access to the analysts, me certainly as part of the program, but also access to other Kelsey analysts to cover different parts of the space, like mobile, Mike Boland, getting into the vertical marketplaces with Peter Kraslovsky, or into interactive local markets generally with Matt Booth. So we get access to the advisory team generally for your specific cares and concerns, and that gets filtered through the digital strategies for broadcasting advisory service. And then we have a flagship event. We have coming up in May 17th and 19th in the Jersey City Hyatt, just outside across the Hudson River from New York. We're going to have a 3-day event. First day is going to focus very tactically on sales strategies and workshops. We're going to be working with RAB and TVB and some really leading sales experts on that day. The other 2 days will focus on executive strategies for driving your company, driving your broadcasting company, and to use that great word, ecosystem. Broadcasters can't do it alone. They're going to have to work with an ecosystem of vendors, partners, and even their customers, their clients, to make this all work in a very compelling and successful fashion for everybody. So we're going to have a lot of C-level speakers at that event in May talking about the secret sauce.
Rick, obviously the broadcast community now has to look at different opportunities than it ever has before, and one of those is really learning how to partner with other companies that may really expand your current digital offering. How do you try, or what can we do to try to help broadcasters to reach out to these companies that are so eager to work with them?
Well, it's interesting because you used that word partner, and I've been in broadcasting a long time. And that's not a word that comes easily to broadcasters. It's tough in their DNA. They're so competitive in the marketplace, selling for their brand, their media brand, and for their medium. The idea of reaching out across platform and having really integrated, compelling platforms from the advertiser perspective is a little bit challenged given the culture in broadcasting, I find. That is changing happily. And it's changing somewhat by top-down vision. The CEO has to believe in it and really drive the company that way. And it's also changing at a more granular level by hires. So you start to see broadcast companies making hires from outside the industry. People who have they're entrepreneurs, had their own internet companies, they've been acquired either as a company or as an individual. So you're actually injecting, in a sense, new DNA into broadcasting culture. That's making a phenomenal difference. So you can do that. That's probably not enough, and not enough speed in terms of change. So partnerships, you get to the basic kind of equation. Do you want to build it, do you want to buy it, or do you want to partner? Building it takes too long, it's too expensive, and it's too high risk oftentimes. Buying it also can be a little bit expensive, but you can get that speed to market that you need, and obviously you have the control over your acquisition. Partnering is a good mid-range kind of solution to get yourself going right away as a broadcaster by working with these digital, internet, mobile companies that really have the core competence. They have the funding, hopefully, from venture, angel, or private equity group sources to be a real player in a marketplace. Figure out how you guys complement one another, put it together, and then get out on the street and sell it.
It's Digital Strategies for Broadcasting. This is Rick Ducey, the Program Director. Our conference is May 17th through 19th at the Hyatt, New Jersey City. We hope to see you there, and we hope to make you a part of our advisory service. Rick, any parting thoughts?
Steve, it's been a pleasure working with you. Hope to see you all at our event in Jersey City in May, and hope to be working with you with our advisory service. Any questions? You can reach us at biakelsey.com. Thank you.